Welcome back to Elvis Douglas channel. So what we're going to talk about today, we're going to start working on a simple project together on how to learn HTML. Some history about HTML. So it was founded in 1900 by Tom Berners-Lee, something like that. I'm not sure of the name, but I think it's Tim Berners-Lee. Before I forget, HTML is not a programming language. It's a hypertext markup language. It's a document used in, it's an electronic document. Like mostly when you're using it, they're called pages, but it's an electronic document that displays on the World Wide Web. Starting with HTML, it's like laying the grounds of a programmer. You need to know where to start from. So that was in the first information I gave, though it wasn't much. We're going to learn basics of HTML, starting with the tags, different tags on how to start each and everything, so we can get to know step by step. When you're doing HTML, that means you're doing web development, and those pages are called hyperlinks. They are given names and extensions with so as you see on the screen, we have a folder called starter, but inside we have a page called index. Index is like the home page or the starting point of HTML files. So if you're starting HTML, you need a file. The name has to be index.html. So you create a folder. On that folder, you have to create a file inside. So those files are usually .txt. So you have to change the extension to .html, but again, it has to be called index.html. Getting motivated, it's all about what you want to be. So I don't think that I'll try to do some inspirations. Starting on, this is a folder, it's on my desktop, but for security purposes, that's why it's blank behind. And having index.html. So now we're going to open up Sublime. We're able to know the beginning point. So according to what you see there, it's a file called html.index. You can check on the side, you're able to tell. So these are like the starting content you have to write in, because these documents are not like these usual documents we write as we were in school. We were used to be told write a formal letter, informal letters, that stuff. No, that doesn't work here. So we have doctype.html. This shows that this is an HTML file. So this is a tag. Tags are used into HTML, so that if to create a tag, the system gets to know that this tag is for this. There are some mistakes, and terrible mistakes. I do make those mistakes, and usually they come on closing tags. We usually forget to know which part to close, or maybe if you open the tag, you forget to close it. So the closing tag, it has this thing here. I'm not sure of the name. Sorry about that, but I'm not sure of the name. But on the side of head, this is like head. We swear we put our links to different files. We swear we put the title. Where we put there are some logos you can tell if you open up a web browser. Let me show you something here. Maybe you can get to see it. So if I'm to open Google here, so when you check this part here, it has this logo here. This logo doesn't just come up, but you have to create it within the file you made, so that the person are able to know this is a small logo. You can tell that this is here. So links are put into this head file, head tag here. So it opens and closes. So inside here we have a title. So usually titles are given to your brand. let me say brand. Now the title is maybe the project you're working on, and now I talked about having CSS. So CSS, you can create a folder within here. So you create another folder, then you open up a link, you create a link for the same, you create a link from this side, going the other side to pick up the information, or you can create a CSS within the head here. So before we start on writing some tags, let me talk about something about on this body part here. Again, you can see that it opens and then closes. So we are having an H1 tag and a P tag. H1 is like a heading. So headings, there is H1, H2, H3. As you go on, they usually think we know something, but for me, I'm looking on a perspective whereby I know that you know nothing and you're just starting, so you need to get to know what to do. But again, I'm not going to go so deep, but I'm trying to extend my knowledge to you guys. Then P tag is a paragraph, whereby you can tell that this is a paragraph, this is a heading. So again, we have more tags we are going to work with. There are div tags. I wanted to talk about the CSS, though we are in HTML today. So when you are creating a CSS within the HTML file, they call it style. You open and close it. So usually some people, they don't open and close at the same time. What I write inside here, it will affect my web information on the other side according to designs. So if I'm to save this and I'm to open it and we see it, we're going to see this is a heading, this is a paragraph. So if I'm to show you that, we have it here. So it's able to show you this is a heading, this is a paragraph, this is a paragraph. Is in the other tag called P, paragraph tag. Then H1 is like the biggest heading you can create within the web forms. So now there is no anything else because the file we have has only that. So I'm able to show you something here. So if I'm to, I think let's start up with trying to know some CSS. So the CSS I'm going to talk about is just changing colors. Like, let me say colors, only colors, and background maybe, so that we can get to know what we do. And so if you are able to write something like this and you're able to run it and it works, that means you have started something for yourself. Web developers are also programmers, and developers and programmers are, I think they have a difference, but I think we do the same thing. So let me try to change the title. Let me say, let's work on first web page. Let me call it a web page. Yeah, web page. I think that would be okay. So there is specifying what you're doing, or I can just write the heading tag there, and I'm able to give it a color. So if I'm to do this, let me say H1 within the style, and I say my colors will change. So I've called heading 1 red, so it changes color because I have given another color within the style format file here, which is within the HTML file. Guys, this channel is sponsored by Yunga Technologies, my neighbor, my help. It's a home security system. Check it out in the descriptions below. Click and subscribe to my channel. I'll be waiting. Thank you. It's caught in the crossfire.